You want to start with your name and your religious status or lack thereof?
My lack thereof of religious status?
Yes.
Do I just full name myself?
Sure.
Okay.
Just whatever you want in the lower thirds.
Okay. I am Richard Lopez.
Or you can talk to me. That doesn't exist.
That doesn't exist?
No, this is a one-on-one conversation.
Okay. I am Richard Lopez, and I don't really believe in anything. I don't have a preference.
You don't have a preference, but has anything caught your attention more than others?
I feel like Christianity, mostly. I mean, because that's what I was raised off of. I remember as a kid, I dreaded going to church because I remember there was this time where it got so bad, I was getting baptized, and as they were trying so hard to put my head in the water, but I would just keep on I'm surprised they didn't think I had the devil in me.
What is your understanding of baptism and how to play into that, do you think?
Well, my understanding of it now is rebirth, basically. You enter it with all your sins, all your whatever, and then you come out clean slate.
So what do you mean by sins? What do you think that means?
What I think sins means? Everything that's that goes against what's stated in the Bible, treat your neighbors with kindness and all that.
Right. So is that maybe something that initially got you interested in Christianity?
Yeah, it got me interested because I liked the message it had, and also, I'd like to believe that there's something there. But as time has gone on, and even you, it's trying to get me into it. I learn about it and I appreciate it, but it does something just doesn't click with me. I don't.
Sure. Does it annoy you if people are constantly?
It doesn't annoy me. I appreciate the effort that you put in, but it's just it's just not clicking with me. It's not working.
Sure. Yeah. What do you think that would say about, I guess, the subjectivity, instead of objectivity of Christianity, in terms of it being an experience, experiential, I guess, that it's, person to person instead of, I don't know, I'm trying to think how to articulate this. Where do you think that sort of effort comes into? Where do you think that effort comes from? From Christians wanting to
love, because they want you to be before God, and they want you to enter the gates of heaven. They want you to be with Father. And it's not it's not a bad thing.
Right. I guess I want to ask, is there a barrier that's sort of keeping this from being more, I know because I'm asking very formal questions, but it's only because it's for an assignment, but from us going a little bit deeper, is there a question that you're anticipating me asking that I haven't asked yet?
No.
Okay, so there's no elephant in the room?
There's no elephant in the room. If you throw a question at me, I'll try and answer it.
Okay, yeah. But I'm blanking, so I don't know.
I'll just spitball, and I'll just let you figure it out.
Okay.
I think that the reason that Christianity or any other religion just hasn't clicked with me.
Yeah.
It's just the way I was raised, right? Trauma and all that.
Yeah.
And obviously the first thing that comes to mind is why would my father allow me to go through all of that? Is it because that I wasn't really fully with him during that time? Did he want to see me struggle so I can rise back up? But why let me struggle in the first place?
A lot more questions than answers.
Yeah.
But if those questions sort of aided you in looking deeper into Christianity, or is it still pretty surface level compared to when you were younger?
It's gotten deeper now. It's definitely gotten deeper now. But like, even like, the more that I learn about it, I understand where both like atheists and Christians like converge. You know, like I can understand both standpoints.
I'm still blanking.
You know, because atheists have this. I remember I was watching a video last night, and I was just like, my entire YouTube feed is just all like Christianity, atheism, Christianity, atheism, and there was this like atheist like talking about how she finds it so hard to sit with the fact that her Christian friends, like who know that she's atheist, are like completely fine with her like burning in hell for not believing, because you know she doesn't believe, so she's not.
Do you believe that that's their standpoint?
Not really. I feel like they want you to be with God. They want you to, like, so badly, because they believe in it. It's like full-heartedly. Like they put their whole heart into it.
So, with that said, what do you think probably keeps Christians, from your standpoint of seeing both ends, what keeps Christians from telling their atheist friends, you know, even if their atheist friends have this fear that, okay, I guess they don't care if I burn in hell?
Yeah.
What do you think is sort of the barrier there?
The barrier there. I don't know. I think because like Christians, like they fully believe it. There is zero doubt in their mind that God exists, right? And they can't fathom it from the atheist standpoint. They can't fathom not believing that there's a God, because they spent their like probably their entire life believing and, you know, praying and all that. And so to hear that somebody doesn't believe, it's like out of this world for them almost, right? Or maybe not all of them, but a good chunk of them. Because there's a couple of Christians that I know that like they try their hardest to put themselves in the shoes of the atheist.
Yeah. Then what do you think happens when a person stops trying their hardest? Maybe after a certain...
Which person?
The Christian.
Okay.
Say once a Christian stops prodding so much, what do you think happens before or after that point?
After they stop prodding, I don't know. The atheist just continues about their life, you know, because from what I understand, they'll listen. They're not going to shut you out, but you know, once you stop talking to them about Christianity, they're not going to keep on looking into it. They're going to move on about their life.
Right. I guess I'm sort of still stuck on this person that you watched who has a hard time seeing her Christian friends in the same light if she knows what they believe and thinks like because they're not talking about it.
Yeah, because I remember that she said that she grew up Christian. And so she had all those beliefs, and that when she started questioning her belief, it was like her entire image of reality like shattered. And she was like mental breakdowns and all that. And she was just like struggling so hard with the fact that like maybe there isn't anything there. And like she had like help from her boyfriend and all that, who like her boyfriend was atheist like from the start, but the boyfriend didn't say anything. She just let her be. And he was there for her, and he was, I don't know, guiding her through it.
So if this is something that her friends, her Christian friends, believe, why aren't they telling her?
Why aren't
And
they?
letting her feel like they don't care if she burns in hell?
I don't know. That's something that confused me too, because I feel like they would try and say something. You know, why didn't they?
Personally, do you think I'm an example of someone who stopped prodding or someone who's still prodding?
I wouldn't say prodding. You know, you'll drop your little bits of knowledge on me, and I'll take it, and I'll think about it, and I'll.
So, what benefits more?
What benefits more?
Say for a person who doesn't believe, would it be more of a benefit for a person to get more?
To not believe in God rather than to believe in God, or?
In relation to one another, what would be better? Like one person trying to sort of pull another over to their beliefs, or if they've been standing their ground to just leave it?
I'd say if they're standing their ground, just let it be, because the spiritual journey is something that you should just let someone figure out on their own. Because what guides them is their beliefs and their belief system, and then once they start figuring it out, then they start figuring out who they are, what they believe in, and like the guiding hand, like it helps too, but like sometimes it just doesn't work.
So do you have an encouragement for both atheists and Christians in sort of that area of like, I don't know, just like a word that you would leave them with for going on their own journeys?
A word that I leave them with?
Yeah, like if I came to you and I'm like, I just don't want to be bothered with anybody else's ideas right now, I want to figure it out on my own, what would you say to me?
What would I say to you? See, now I'm stuck. That's.
I didn't mean to ask gotcha questions.
No, it's all right. No, the tougher questions they get me thinking. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you think I'm gonna check the battery? It's okay.
What would I say to you if you came up to me and you were like, I don't want people talking to me about Christianity? I don't know.
Or I guess if I said I guess more accurately, I'll speak from my own experience.
Yeah.
I feel discouraged from telling people about what I believe in, even though I know it's true. Because nobody listens, or it seems like they listen, but God's not doing anything about it, or He is, but He hasn't done it in this time. Is there something you would say to me right now?
Patience is a virtue. You know, wait. If it's God's plan, then it'll come to be at some point, right? That's how it works. And then for atheists, you know, follow your heart, because that's the thing that's guiding you, right?
So that was profoundly accurate.
Okay.
Gold star. Okay, so maybe I want to shift it, and this will be the last one. I just want to be sort of controversial because we were just talking about it.
Yeah.
Life versus choice.
Life versus choice.
What's your standpoint?
Well, I don't really delve too much into that, but from what I know, like you delve into the Bible, life begins at first breath, right?
But if we're not looking at the Bible, we're just looking at Richie, what do you think?
I kind of think that too, because the baby for 9 months is sitting in there, right? Just like building and building and building and building, but it doesn't cry, it doesn't all it does is really poke you in the belly. But once it comes out, then it's crying, then it's breathing, then it's alive, you know? You know, like there's a certain point in time when that baby in your belly starts poking at you. Right? So but it's not until it comes out of your belly that it's a freaking baby. Yeah. It's a human.
So what about shifting again to another topic that we were just talking about, the queer community?
What about them?
What's your standpoint? What do you think about them?
Kiss who you want to kiss, man. I don't discriminate. If you like guys, you like guys. If you like girls, you like girls. It's not really that hard of a question for me.
So, in the context of Christianity, what would you tell a Christian who says that's wrong? Wasn't
there a thing where homophobia in the Bible was not introduced until like the late 70s? And the Bible's been around since way before then. We're just like translating it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and they added that little bit about gay people.
And you would say that that's a section that's lost in translation.
Yeah.
Millions of years in translation.
Yeah, because why would the guy that says, love everybody as you would love yourself, also say, treat gay people? That doesn't make any sense to me. It's not.
And that's, I lost my train of thought. But I guess part of what veers you away from Christianity as opposed to toward it. Or am I not reading that correctly? Or am I not reading that correctly?
No. I it's not that I'm like completely veered away towards Christianity. I think there's something. I just don't know if it's Jesus Christ. I don't know if it's God. I don't know. Because there's like a lot in my life that's been leaving me to believe that there's nothing there, right? But there's also like tiny little moments that are like a little too, I don't know, too perfectly timed, where I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing.
So I guess, what is the barrier?
The barrier?
From going fully in one way or fully in the other?
Because I see both ways as like not that's like good, but also kind of like because like in my head, like I see like eternal life, right? That sounds cool, right? Sounds nice, but I just don't view me going into heaven and worshiping like God. I don't see myself worshiping a deity for the rest of my life. Like I just don't see that in my head. But then you go down that other route where it's just nothing. It's black, it's nothing. And it sounds peaceful, right? There's nothing. There's no voices, there's no, like I have tinnitus, there's nothing, no sound, no thoughts, nothing. But then that's also terrifying, the concept of nothing, because we don't know what that's like. We've never experienced nothing. The closest we've gone to that is birth. So I don't know, both ways you go.
So you mentioned you don't see yourself worshiping a deity for the rest of eternity. What does worship look like to you? What's your understanding?
My understanding of it? I don't know. I've never really thought about it. In my head, I've just known it as worshiping. And so when I think of worshiping, I don't have an exact image that comes in my. What do you think of worshiping? What is your description of that?
A lot of Christians think it's singing praises to God. So there's like Christian radio stations, they call it worship. That's praise. Worship is devotion. So whatever you do and everything that you do it for Jesus. So if you're making a story, you write it for Jesus. You ask his opinion on everything, and he'll like it, and he'll give a little suggestion. Include me in this part. Like I see how you can do that. Like Narnia is a good example of that.
Yeah.
If you're an artist, paint for him. If you make music for him. Whatever your devotion is, you devote yourself to Jesus. But if you walk into a church building today and ask, what is worship, the majority of people, short answer, people might give you this similar answer to me, but short answer is singing.
Singing.
Yeah.
Like church choirs.
Church choirs, churches look different, or it's one church, It's followers of Jesus. It's the body of Christ. But it looks different from building to building, because some people have a band up there. They've got a band up there. Some people have a choir. Other people just gather in a circle and bring their instruments and just sing that way. You've seen that.
Yeah, okay. Well, even aside from the worshiping part, I would like to remember my dead family members when I get into heaven. Like it said that like you'll recognize them, right? But I want to see my grandpa again and know that's my grandpa.
Right. What's your understanding of holiness?
My understanding of holiness?
When you hear that word, what does it mean?
When I think of holiness, I think of, praying every night before you go to bed, praying before you eat, following the commandments, reading the Bible, making your markings. That's what pops into my head when I think of holiness.
So a different kind of devotion.
Yeah.
I'm mostly asking questions, so I don't know if you want me to elaborate on holiness at all.
You can elaborate on holiness.
I only say that because you say you don't, you want to remember who your family members are in life eternal. And my thing is holiness. Holiness actually means set apart. So it's like outside of our concept, outside of what we understand. God is so holy, so everything that he is outside of our concept, so we can't understand how good he is because we only have...
God works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, we only have this understanding what good is, so we only have this understanding what I think is good for me, what I want. And that's why it takes faith to believe this, because you can't have what you think you want, you have to trust, you have to put yourself to. And I guess that's probably what the turnoff is for a lot of people, because you have your own concepts, you have your own categories for things, and God does not fit neatly into any one of those. Our categories are small, and then he's like infinite.
Like this is our category. Yeah. He's like out here.
Yeah. And it keeps going. So, what we want to remember, we get uncomfortable at the thought of not remembering it. Like thinking about it now, I am also uncomfortable, but there's got to be a reason for it.
Yeah.
If we remember death, if we remember all the pain we cause one another.
Don't you think that'd make us like better? Because I don't.
Tell me more.
Tell you more?
Tell me more.
Yeah, because I don't, you go into heaven and then you forget everything about yourself. You don't know who you are. You just, recognize your family members. But our pain, our struggles, everything that we've gone through make us who we are and why why you believe in God, right? So why go into heaven and then forget everything about yourself and only know that you love God? That's just, I don't like that. I don't like that idea in my head. Because I'd like to remember who I was. I'd like to remember why I love God. If I were, Christian.
Yeah. Right.
But, even then, I feel like you forget everything about yourself, so you don't have that worry, right? But while we're here in the land of the living, we have that worry. We have every worry to worry.
I'm going to push back a little bit, because you said land of the living. That includes eternal life.
That includes eternal life?
Because definitely...
Oh yeah, infinite life. That's,
In the land of, what is this? This is America.
Removing ourselves from the mortal coil, I guess is what I could say.
Yeah.
From our organic matter into our spiritual matter.
Let me make sure we're still recording, and then I have to ask the next question because, okay, you said organic matter and spiritual matter?
They're the same thing? Or?
No.
Okay.
I want to ask you to elaborate on your understanding of both of those.
Well, my understanding on organic matter is I'm sitting here talking to you, right? I can feel this table. I can feel you. But spiritual matter, I can't do that. You know, like I don't like I've never seen spirits, so I can't say. But from my understanding, we can see each other. We just can't say anything. I can phase right through you if I want to.
If we're spiritual.
Yeah.
Like strictly, like without any limits.
Yeah, we're just like wandering around the earth, like with no limits. Like it's different. It's definitely different.
Yeah, for sure. What about the soul?
The soul?
That ties in.
I don't know. That's what I've been trying to figure out. Whether or not we have souls or that's just our brains.
You don't have a soul, you are a soul.
You are a soul. That's how that works?
Yeah. Your entire, your what encompasses you, your soul and body, your mind, you know, emotions, everything. You know, you're a human soul. C.S. Lewis said it, you don't have a soul, you have a body.
I remember one of my Christian friends like described it like I was like talking to them about like the struggle that I'm having, and the best way that they could describe it to me was like, you know, that like gut feeling you get when you know something's wrong, and that gut feeling you get when you know something's right. And like I can kind of see that, but then again there are like scientific reasons to explain that as well.
How do you think science and Christianity tie together?
Tie together? Well, everything that you study in science is a creation of God, according to the Christians, right? Like everything you see, the trees, the grass, the little soils of dirt, it's all God's creation. And so we're just studying the beauty of His creation. But
so then, from an atheist point of view, if you're studying science
is just how we work. It's just how stuff works. Jesus.
Would you say that disproves God?
In a way, kind of. Because, like, you could say that, but you could also say that He's the reason that we work the way we work. He's the reason why we've got nerves, why we've got a brain, why we got bones.
Yeah.
But you could also say that's just from years of evolution, just going and going and going and going. It's still going. Who knows what we're going to look like in the next, 100 years? Well, we don't, because we're going to be dead.
Yep. What else? What should I ask?
I don't know. You're making the questions.
Okay, I guess last one, because this is the one I failed to ask the first interview. Why do you think Christians are so convinced that this is the truth and not just a truth? That might work for me, but I'll just let it not work for you because, you know, you don't want it to or whatever. You know, why don't Christians leave people alone? Why is it this is the truth? Everyone has to believe this.
Yeah. I think that's just because of the way that they're taught to, look at Christianity, right? Like, Christianity is you go into it, you go to church, you get baptized, cleansed of whatever, even though you were born about 5 years ago, you haven't really done much wrong. Or when do you get baptized?
So Catholicism is different than Christianity.
Catholicism. Oh, that's the difference. Okay.
Yeah, that, and then Catholicism, they pray to the saints.
Oh yeah, that's something else too. I get that Christians believe that Christianity is the one and only religion, right? But you can't just disprove the 20 other religions that are there. It's so because any one of them could be right. And put all of your faith into Christianity without really even
Exploring the others.
Yeah. Like you have Buddhism, like you said, you have Catholicism, you have there's another one, Hinduism. Like there's so many different routes that you could go, and any one of them could be right or wrong.
So now that's interesting to me. 'Cause if you ask a Catholic, are they Christian? They would say yes. If you ask a Christian,
If they're Catholic, they say no.
yeah. If you ask a Christian, are Catholics Christian? We'd say no.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I have no idea. That's something that's so like confusing to me.
Mm-hmm.
But it also like kind of makes sense because like you said, Christians believe Christianity is the one and only route to go.
Mm-hmm.
And Catholicism is technically different from Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
But people who are Catholic also believe in God.
Mm-hmm.
You guys believe in the same thing. You just have different ways of going about it.
Right, different practices.
Yeah.
It's true, it's true. What about the one way being Jesus, not Christianity?
The one.
When we say that the one way to the Father is through the Son,
Mm-hmm.
say Jesus is the one way instead of Christianity is the one way, how does that shift your perspective, if at all?
I don't know. The only thing, like, I don't know if this pertains to the thing at all, but all I know is that, like, people say that, like, Jesus is God.
Mm-hmm.
When I was, like, I don't know, you'd think that, well, Jesus is the Son of God, right? And so people start saying that Jesus is God,
Mm-hmm.
and I get, like, confused.
Yeah, Trinity's confusing.
Yeah, because God sent his Son down here to die for our sins.
Mm-hmm. He wrapped himself in flesh.
He did.
It's like, it's not a very, again, the holiness part of it, where like he doesn't fit into our categories. But Jesus is God incarnate, essentially.
Basically, God took a chunk out of himself and then placed him in flesh.
More like he allowed himself to be, like
He took himself outside of the understanding of us and put himself in our shoes.
Yeah. I don't want to say he shrunk himself, because he certainly did not.
No,
but
that's not how that.
He wrapped himself in flesh. Is the only way I know how to explain it.
Yeah.
He went down as a human.
And then there's also like the thing that we can't comprehend God.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we were to look at God in the eyes right now, we would die.
Yeah. Used to.
You.
Yeah.
That I don't know. Like that doesn't. Because that's our Father, right? That's the guy who made us. And we can't look at him. We can't look at him in the eyes and be like, this is pretty freaking lit, man.
What is your response if someone were to say, but that's why Jesus exists? So now we can look at him.
So now you can look at him. Well, well, even then, Jesus is still the Son of God. That's like, you said that's, it technically is God, according to you, right? But it's not God, right?
It is God. He is.
See, that's where I can't wrap my head around.
Yeah.
Because, like, he sends himself down here,
Mm-hmm.
wrapped in flesh.
Yeah.
But then you have the lightning and you have the thunder and the earth splitting in two. So somebody was mad, right? That's how I saw it at first, but then I looked more into it and I was like, okay, that's weird.
What did you find when you looked into it?
I don't know. I think I just got more confused. And I think that's kind of what also like drove me away, because I was like, what the hell, dude? This doesn't make any sense to me. It's not.
Yeah, it's not clocking.
It's not clocking to you. Like, there's like so much I would like to say, but I don't know how to say it because I don't
Understand.
Yeah, and then like Christian, like you can try and make me understand it as much as you want. I'm not going to be able to wrap my head around it.
So
Like even if it sounds so simple to you.
yeah. So would you say it's more of an experience? It's more subjective. You
I'd
have
say-
to experience
yeah,
Jesus yourself.
I'd say that. Yeah, it's more. Well, yeah, it's also just like what you grow up around, right? Like there are people who also have trauma who grew up and then ended up believing in God, but that was also kind of circumstance because like they were born into a family that believed in God, or they were born right next to a church and then they ended up going over there. Then some people grow up with the same trauma, same build, same everything, and then end up going atheist. Like that's the beauty of free will, right?
What would you say to the person who didn't grow up Christian, didn't grow up around Christians, or even next to a church, went through all of the trauma, and then ended up Christian?
Free will, right?
What would you ask them, I guess?
What would I ask the Christian?
Yeah, the Christian who has no reason at all to love Jesus or believe in God.
Why? Like what happened? What clicked with you that didn't click with me?
Yeah.
Because like I don't know. Like I said before, I would like to believe there's something, but there's just nothing that's like gotten me to that point yet.
Yeah. So it seems to me like you're still holding on, you know.
I'm holding on to hope, yeah.
Yeah.
But like I'm like
What?
like this is like Christianity and atheism. This is like I'm starting to like I'm going a little over here a little more. But then I think about it, and then I like kind of like come back to here, and then I think about it and I go back, and it's like
Right.
I'm like flirting with atheism, but I still have like
Yeah. I lost my train of thought.
because I
I
mean
guess what keeps you curious?
I don't know, because you know how crazy it would be if there was a God. Like the stuff that you could ask him in heaven
Oh no.
or now, but like praying is also weird to me too. I can't do it. I tried so many. Like you tried getting me to pray, and I tried. I felt so out of place. I couldn't keep on going.
Right.
Like I was so out of my element. It just wasn't it. I'm sorry. It wasn't it. Where was I?
We're talking, asking God questions. How crazy? What keeps you curious? I guess.
Yeah.
Holding on to hope because it'd be crazy to know God and.
It's crazy. Like it'd be crazy to know that all the trauma that I did go through was His will. So like you can ask Him, why, right? Like why allow all of like that's like it's like technically it's out of your hands, right? Because you're what, all powerful, all knowing, but also kind of not all powerful. Because like he gave us free will to do whatever we want, right?
Yeah.
At any point in time, he could show himself to us and be like I am real, I am right here, but he chooses to let us believe whether or not he's real. Like he has the option to, but he chooses not to. Well, I guess that does in a way also make him all powerful, right?
He makes his own decisions.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, you're actively watching me go through my. Yeah, I'm retracting that statement now. That's in a way that is still all powerful. No, never mind.
But I want to explore a little bit more about why, if you could think about it right now, if like you get your wheels turning, just considering reasons why he wouldn't just show up in front of you right now in a ball of light saying, believe in me. Like, if he's real, What do you think the reason would be? If you could think through it, if you were playing that part in a relationship and you just want to test someone's faith, I guess.
Like if he showed himself to me right now, what would I say? Or
what do you think his reasoning is for not doing that?
Because he wants to weed out the non-believers, right? Wants to, like, how do I explain this? He is testing your faith to him. Like how devoted you are to believing in him without any actual, like, real proof aside from the Bible and, you know, his word. Mm-hmm. Basically the basis that you have is trust me, bro.
Okay. So if you could work through the reasoning behind that, why do you think he wants you to just trust him instead of, you know, reaching out and grabbing you?
That I don't know. Like I can try and weed it out in like 20 different ways right now, but no matter what way I go, I'm still gonna be like, okay, this doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't.
Yeah. Like why he's.
Because like why want me to come back so bad?
Yeah.
You want me to come back so bad, but you won't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
So why he's knocking and not opening the door?
Yeah. Well, it's more like you're knocking on the door and he's just not, or I'm knocking on the door and he's just not opening it.
I see how that could be frustrating.
Yeah, because I've like you know that thing that people do where they like pray and they're like show me that you're real, give me a sign, give me anything. Every time I've done that, I've gotten nothing. I've gotten crickets.
Huh. Yeah.
Nothing. And like something happens, then I'll like try and like, okay, maybe that's it. But then later on, I'll come to the conclusion that no, that's just me holding on to hope.
Again, I want to ask, why do you hold on to hope?
Because I want there to be a reason for my suffering, right?
Right.
I want there to be a reason for everything that's happened, not just to me, but to everybody.
Right.
You know, like allowing such like horrid people to like run our country.
Right.
You know, like the land of the free, the country of God, right? And then allowing such horrible people to headline that country. And if God isn't real, if all of that is just our doing, you know, that kind of sucks, right? Well, not kind of, that'd be terrible. But then again, like, that also, like, for me personally, that kind of bring me peace of mind, you know, knowing that we're the reason that we're here right now. Everything that we have done has led us to here. Like all not just as like a country, but as a person, like as like just like our like individuals. Like the reason I'm standing here right now is of my own will, and that's like kind of empowering, isn't it? Like not because it was the will of God or because He wanted me to be here, but because I wanted to be here. Like it gives you like a sense of like kind of like power, right? Like confidence. Like I did this. I can do this. I don't need anybody's help. I got this.
So I'm trying to articulate it into a question. I suppose I should check the I'm surprised we're going. Do you have to leave yet?
We got about 10 minutes, so. Or what? My house is right there, so.
Okay.
Maybe like I'll push it to like 220 because the walk over there is going to be like 225 by the time I get there.
So you're saying it's more empowering to have it be of your own.
Or like in my point of view, I don't know how Christians view that, but in my point of view, I view it as like if there isn't a God, like it sucks, but it's also empowering as all hell. Because like everything that I've went through, everything that I've done has led me here to the person that I am today, not of anybody else's will, but my own will.
What do you say to the people, like those in power who are taking that same stance and making it worse for everyone around them because they were just that much more empowered to be in the position of God?
To be in a position of God?
Putting themselves in the position of God, of being the reason.
Oh, I see what you mean. I don't know. That person is just a piece of shit. That's like you should like be humble. The reason that you're here is because like your willpower, right? Like not because you're better than everybody else, not because you have a higher calling than everybody else, but because you worked hard like hell to be here, just like the rest of us. Like everybody else is fighting just as hard as you are. I can guarantee you that right now. Like it doesn't matter if you're not fighting the same battles. Everybody is fighting just as hard to be here. And so like if you have like a sense of empowerment, like I'm better than everybody else, then that's just like it's so what's the word? It's so convoluted. It is. It really is. It's like that saying, like everybody's fighting their own battles, and it doesn't matter whether or not they're bigger or smaller than yours, they're still their battles.
That kind of sucks still. I mean, because even without God, I guess technically there's free will. Because you have your own will to stay here, the reason you're the person you are today, but that also gives other people their
but then that also means that people
opportunity to oppress others.
Yeah.
To put themselves into a higher position.
There's definitely like so many ways you can misconstrue that willpower too.
Yeah.
But then it, like not all Christians, but like some Christians, like I've seen this online, they will put themselves on a higher pedestal than people who don't believe in God. Like it goes the same way for both like the religion and the not religion, right? Like Christianity, like you believe that you are going to heaven, right? Like you don't go into Christianity believing that you're gonna die and go to hell. No, you know that you're going to heaven because you follow the commandments, you follow the word of God. But some people take that and take it as a calling that they're superior to others because they're going to a better place than these people. And so like it's kind of the same way for both parties,
So what's your understanding of heaven and hell?
Heaven and hell? Heaven, well, it's worship. You hang out, not really. Well, yeah, you recognize your family. You don't know who you are. You just know that you love God, right? And you want to praise Him, sing His praises. Hell, from what I understand, isn't the fiery hellscape that it is. It's more or less like mental anguish from being distanced from God. It's like you're there, but there's nothing. Like you're just floating, like endlessly, with nothing in sight, nothing for eternity. That's how I've seen hell, or that's how I see hell. I don't see it as like fire, the devil, and all that.
think of it, but I'll move to this one. How do you both of those act in relation to Earth, the realm we're in right now?
Well, some people love being here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people view it as like God's gift to us, our own heaven, I guess, right? Our own little taste of it.
Mm.
But there's also like so many things that are so like this place could be considered hell, because there's so much wrong with this place as well. Like there are so many beautiful things out there, but there's so much like pain and anguish and like disturbing shit out there, you know? Or disturbing stuff. I don't know if I can cuss, but
I'm gonna be completely raw on this one, so
okay.
I'm gonna cut a lot out, but I do want an extended version as well. Just because the assignment's 8 minutes. Can you believe that?
You've got about you've got about 40 minutes of footage, maybe 30.
I got definitely more than I need.
You've got plenty of material to work with.
Yes, indeed I do. Plus Miss Erica's, and then the rest that I want to get today. Who knows if God's gonna give me the strength to do it. And then I have stuff tonight at the place across from the train tracks, and then tomorrow morning, and then I go home.
Busy, busy, busy.
Busy bee, that's what they call me.
Busy bumbly bee.
Yes, that is my answer. So, if you're satisfied.
If you had more questions you want to ask.